that night like it was yesterday. My wife was crying in the kitchen where I couldn't see. The children were asking what there was to eat, and I pretended to be strong, but inside it was killing me. I had looked for work for weeks without stopping, knocking on every single door I knew. The empty refrigerator stared at me each morning, and day by day my faith was fading too. I knelt in the living room while everyone slept, face to the floor with no words left to say. Only deep groans from the soul that I kept, and I cried, El Shaddai, if you are real, touch me today. It's not easy to confess that I reached that place where pride is broken and dignity falls away, where you have to borrow just to feed those you love, and you feel everything failing, crumbling in decay. But there on that cold floor in my dark living room, something happened that reason cannot explain. A supernatural peace wrapped around my gloom, and I knew El Shaddai had heard my prayer in the rain. No money fell from the heavens that night, no food appeared magically on my plate, but I received something more precious than gold, a certainty He would provide, a promise so great. Because El Shaddai has never left His children without divine provision. He fed the multitudes with borrowed bread. He brings water from the rock, a holy vision. The widow of Zarephath saw the miracle stay as her oil and flour multiplied in her hand. That is how El Shaddai will provide today for this family of mine. In this land I rise from the floor with a faith that is new, declaring provision although it's unseen. El Shaddai is my God, I will believe in you, no matter how hard the struggle has been. When I had nothing, El Shaddai provided it all. When the pantry was empty, He filled my table. He answered my call, not because of my merit, not because of my skill, but because of His great love. El Shaddai, my provision is real. When I had nothing, He became my everything. El Shaddai, my provider, faithful in every single thing. The next morning, the telephone rang. It was someone I hadn't heard from in years, offering a job better than any before. Unaware of my crisis, my struggle or tears, that very afternoon a bag of food arrived. The Lord told me to bring this to you, said a brother from church, humble and kind. I had never told him what we were going through. My wife held me close and together we cried, no longer in despair but in gratitude deep. That day we learned what we'll never forget, the provision El Shaddai is able to keep. Now I know that El Shaddai was there in every moment of my darkest night, preparing the provision I couldn't yet see, working behind the scenes with His hand of might. He was never late to my time of need. He arrived right on time as He always will. El Shaddai in His faithfulness provided much more than enough for me still. It wasn't a coincidence or a stroke of luck. It was El Shaddai moving hearts in His way, so that His child would not face the end, but would live to tell of His actions today. When I had nothing, El Shaddai provided it all. When the pantry was empty, He filled my table. He answered my call, not because of my merit, not because of my skill, but because of His them said,
and I believe it too.
El Shaddai has never looked upon my need and then forgotten what he's able to do. If he fed the people in the desert sand with manna falling from the sky
Every day,
if he brought water from the rock in a dry land, why doubt he will make for my needs a way? El Shaddai is my shepherd,
I shall not want.
in green pastures he makes me lie down.
Beside quiet waters, he leads me on.
If you are in a financial crisis today,
If you don't know how the bills will be paid,
listen to what the Spirit is saying right now.
El Shaddai has already provided. Don't be afraid.
Your miracle is on the way.
Your provision has already been released.
El Shaddai never abandons his own.
Your story will end with a testimony of peace.
When you had nothing,
El Shaddai will provide it all.
when your pantry is empty,
He will fill your table.
he'll answer the call. Declare it by faith right now, even if you don't see it yet.
El Shaddai,
He's your
provider.
and he will provide.
His sun will not set. El Shaddai will provide. El Shaddai will provide.
There is a loneliness that hurts more than physical pain, one that cannot be cured by human company. When you are surrounded by people but still feel alone, that profanity of the soul, that agony.
I came to know that emotional desert after the divorce I never saw coming. 20 years of marriage ended, and suddenly learning to exist, just becoming. The empty house shouted in silence. The nights were eternal and cold, but it was there, in that desert, where I met El Shaddai in new ways bold.
The first months were the hardest to face, waking up in an empty bed, cooking for one when before it was two. The loneliness consumed me, the life I had led.
The weekends were the worst of all, watching families together, couples walking by, and I returned into a silent house, wondering why. With a heavy sigh, I tried to fill the void with activities, with friends, with work, with distractions. But at the end of the day, when I closed the door, there they were again, the soul's afflictions. But one night,
In my empty living room, I felt a presence that was not a man, a peace I couldn't explain. El Shaddai with me since the day began.
it was an inaudible voice,
It wasn't a visible sight.
but I knew without a doubt I wasn't alone.
In the middle of the night,
El Shaddai was there with me,
in my desert,
in my solitude, not to remove the pain instantly, but to walk with me in his infinitude.
with you in the desert,
El Shaddai did not leave me alone.
with you in the desert.
His presence is the comfort I've known.
You are not alone, you are not alone.
When loneliness oppresses,
When the silence screams
El Shaddai is present.
beyond my wildest dreams.
Whoa, with you in the desert.
Walking by my side, with you in the desert. El Shaddai, my guide.
I discovered that the desert is not a punishment, it's a meeting place with God, a sacred choice, like Israel at Mount Sinai. El Shaddai reveals himself in the silence, my voice.
I learned to enjoy his presence in the mornings, drinking coffee alone. It was no longer painful loneliness, it was intimacy with El Shaddai, the greatest I've known.
My prayers became conversations, no longer just lists of things I need, but deep talks with the one who knows every hidden emotion, every seed. The desert became my favorite place. The silence no longer brought me fear, because I learned that in the stillness, El Shaddai spoke more clearly to my ear. Like Moses who encountered God in the desert of Midian's land, so I found El Shaddai in my desert, holding my hand. And I understood that sometimes God allows the desert of loneliness to be, not to abandon us, but to reveal himself in truth and intimacy. With you in the desert, El Shaddai did not leave me alone. With you in the desert, his presence is the comfort I know. I don't need the crowds to feel I have a friend. El Shaddai is enough, my beloved companion until the end. With you in the desert, I found real intimacy. With you in the desert, El Shaddai, my legacy.
The desert will bloom.
The loneliness will be filled,
Isaiah prophesied that the desert,
would bloom like a garden fair.
when the presence of God arrived.
That is what I lived right there.
My desert of loneliness became a garden of intimacy with El Shaddai every single day.
Discovering new depths of his majesty.
I no longer fear the solitude, because I know I'm never on my own.
El Shaddai is with me.
That is the comfort I have known.
If you are in a desert of loneliness,
If the nights are long and cold,
El Shaddai wants to meet with you.
in that place, as his story unfolds, not to remove the loneliness immediately,
But to be a perfect company,
to reveal himself in ways
that the crowd can never see.
inviting into your solitude.
Open your heart
In the quiet space,
and you will discover that the desert
can be an immense meeting place. With you in the desert, El Shaddai was my revelation.
with you in the desert,
Found my salvation. The loneliness was transformed
into intimacy so deep.
with El Shaddai by my side.
A joy I get to keep.
In the desert,
With you I was never alone.
in the desert,
With you
El Shaddai, the comfort I know.
Now I'm grateful for that desert, because there I met El Shaddai.
In ways I never would have known.
In the crowd passing by,
In the desert with you,
I was never alone.
El Shaddai.
My eternal company. There are moments in life where you face real danger. Not metaphorical, not just spiritual in kind, but tangible threats, things you can touch and feel, where your life literally hangs by a thread, refined. That December night, I lived through that fear when 3 armed men broke into my home. At 2 in the morning, searching for money, my family terrified, nowhere to roam. But what happened that night, I cannot explain with human logic or light. Only through the direct intervention of El Shaddai, my sovereign protection in the night. My wife's screams woke me from my sleep. I saw the shadows of men in my room. One of them had a gun pointed at me. My heart beat fast, facing my doom. In that moment, your life flashes before you. You think of your children in their beds, of your wife trembling there by your side, and you pray a wordless prayer that the Spirit leads. El Shaddai, protect us, was all that my mind could conceive. I had no time for elaborate prayers, only that desperate cry to the Almighty to believe. In moments of extreme danger, there is no time for theology. There is only an instinctive cry to the God who protects our biology. El Shaddai, my shield. El Shaddai, my protector. In that moment of terror, he was my defender. As David declared in the song, the Lord is my shield and my strength. So I cried out on that night when danger lurks at any length. My shield and my strength.
El Shaddai protected me.
My shield and my strength.
When danger came to be,
Surrounded by threats, encircled by evil, but El Shaddai is my tower.
my protection from the devil,
My shield and my strength.
my refuge in danger.
My shield and my strength.
El Shaddai, my miracle changer.
What happened next has no natural explanation. One of the assailants began to shake. He dropped his weapon and started running, screaming there was someone else, for goodness' sake. The other two followed him, terrified, saying they saw someone tall at the door, a man of light who was watching them. But in my house we were alone, of that I am sure. The police captured them minutes later. In the statements they said the same thing.
There was a giant man made of light,
Blocking our way, making our ears ring. El Shaddai sent his angels, as he did for Elisha of old. When the servants saw the enemy host, and Elisha prayed for his eyes to behold.
those who are with us are more than those with them.
God opened his eyes to see the mountains full of angels, a holy hell. So that night I learned the truth. We are never alone when the danger is near. El Shaddai is heavenly armies protecting us, removing our fear. My shield and my strength.
El Shaddai protected me.
My shield and my strength.
When danger came to be, his angels guarded me. His power defended me. El Shaddai,
My protector.
that night he set me free.
My shield and my strength. My unconquerable tower.
My shield and my strength. El Shaddai's unbreakable power.
He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty One. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge, my fortress, my God, the victory is won.
No evil will conquer you,
No plague will come near your home,
for he will command his angels
to guard you wherever you roam. El Shaddai
is my protector,
my shield in the fight,
my fortress in danger.
He is my light. If you are facing threats today, if danger is lurking at your door, the same Shaddai who protected me will protect you forevermore. Declare over your life right now.
El Shaddai is my shield and strength,
Not as a magic formula,
but as a truth of infinite length.
He has angels assigned to you to guard you by day changed my life forever. Not just because we survived the test, but because I saw with clarity that El Shaddai protects us. We are blessed.
My shield, my strength,
El Shaddai,
my protector.
protected. When you sign those bankruptcy papers and you see everything you ever worked for disappear in a single instant, you wonder if you'll ever rise, standing at the door. 30 years building up a business, employing 50 families, a life's work, all lost in just 6 months by factors out of my control, where shadows lurk. Lawyers, creditors, and lawsuits, collection calls both day and night. The shame of looking at your employees, knowing there's no margin left inside. It wasn't just losing the business. We lost the house, the cars, the savings too. We had to move in with my mother-in-law at 50 years old, feeling lost and blue. Watching my wife pack 30 years of life in boxes for a small and cramped room, trying to explain it to our children why everything changed, feeling only doom. The friends I thought I had back then stopped answering the phone or coming by. The people who admired all my success disappeared when they saw the eagle fly south to die. But when you finally hit rock bottom and you have nothing left to lose, you discover what truly matters and who is willing to stand in your shoes. El Shaddai did not abandon me when I lost every material thing. He was still there, constant and true, my faithful God, the hope to which I cling. Like Job, who lost everything he owned, but never lost his faith in the Lord. So I held tightly to El Shaddai. When everything collapsed, he was my God. When everything collapses, El Shaddai remains. When everything collapses, his faithfulness sustains. I may have lost it all, but I didn't lose my God. El Shaddai is my treasure, my wealth upon this sod. When everything collapses, he is my foundation. When everything collapses, El Shaddai, my restoration. Restoration didn't come immediately. It was 2 years of building back slow. But El Shaddai was opening doors in ways I didn't think or know. Small consulting jobs that came along, that paid the basic bills and fees. People who appeared with opportunities right when I was on my knees. An investor who believed in me when no one else would take the chance, gave me the capital to start again with wisdom and a holy glance. And I learned that El Shaddai does not just restore what was lost, but build something even better, stronger, regardless of the cost. The new business that we built is smaller now, but twice as wise, less stressful, more profitable, more time for family. The greatest prize, what the enemy used for destruction, El Shaddai used to renew. The bankruptcy was painful, but necessary to transform me through and through. When everything collapses, El Shaddai remains. When everything collapses, then, not in the number of zeros, but in what truly matters to men.
El Shaddai, my restorer. El Shaddai,
Who lifted me, restored.